3.16.
Exam Skills Trainer 5. Exercise 4.
People have always looked up at the planets and dreamed of exploring space. The history of the telescope dates back to the early 1600s. Many people say that Galileo invented the telescope, but this is not actually true. In 1609, he was the first person to use a telescope to study the stars. But it's thought that a man named Hans Lippershey invented it in 1608. Galileo learned about this invention and built his own. At first, people used it on land and at sea. But then Galileo had the idea of turning his telescope toward the sky. In March 1610, he wrote about his many discoveries, including that the moon was not flat and smooth, but had mountains and craters, and that Jupiter had its own moons. After this, people not only wanted to look at the stars and the planets, they wanted to travel in space. They started researching different ways to get there. The first successful flight was in 1944, when a German V-2 rocket went on a test flight. It was the beginning of many firsts. In 1957, the Russians launched Sputnik 1, which was the first satellite to orbit the Earth. The first successful human spaceflight was when the Russian astronaut Yuri Gagarin traveled in a spacecraft called Vostok 1 in 1961. It completed one orbit around the Earth. The first object to land on the Moon was Luna 2 in 1959. The first woman in space was Valentina Tereshkova in 1963. And in 1969, the first men walked on the Moon. Since then, there have been many attempts by scientists to explore Mars. There have been around 40 attempts to get there by different countries, and more than half have failed. Many people might think this is a waste of time. However, I don't agree with them, because already scientists have discovered many interesting things about the planet, including signs of water and possible life. More recently, in 2014, India successfully sent the latest spacecraft to send back images of the planet.